welcome to Estevan TV. I'm at pushgapradio.com.
Pushgapradio.com. Bridging the gap between old school and new school radio. Pushgapradio.com. It's Dallas, baby.
Why is it that we as black people are the only race in America that's obligated to have one political alliance to one political party, and we're the only people in this country said and told that we can't meet with both sides of the political spectrum. We can only meet with one, vote for one, and work for one. I had a problem with that. We are independent people who should have a right to meet with any political ideology or philosophy or political party and then decide what's in the best interest of black people. Now, if they went there to sell out and get something for themselves, then we got a problem with that. But Al Sharpton, how often were you in the White House, brother, when our president, brother Barack Obama, was there, and you didn't bring a damn thing out of that house for black people? So don't condemn our young people. Talk to them, try to work with them, get a better understanding, because if we gonna tell the truth, our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, our mothers, our fathers have given our life blood to the Democratic Party, and look at our community. We haven't gotten what we have given. We have gave your life soul to the Democratic Party, and have you given the same to us? Hell no, they haven't.
It just truly is a sad state of affairs. The first president ever to have a mugshot, and they still love his ass, boy. Donald J. Trump. And if they going against Trump like that, that must mean Trump is good for the American public. He didn't come in as a politician. He came in and shook up the game in D.C. And now they want him to pay for it. Do you know that Trump made $7 million off that mugshot, man?
And now you have more than one mugshot with 91 indictment, with 91 counts against him. He's probably going to have a few.
13 charges. But 91 sounds close enough. You understand?
No, you got 91 counts.
Oh. Well,
yeah.
13 charges, 91 count. But here's what Russian President Vladimir Putin had to say about what's going on.
For his homeboy.
Yep. And he's talking about Trump's legal problem. And Putin explains why he thinks that's good for Russia. Check him out.
As far as the prosecution of Trump is concerned, this is good for us in today's conditions, because it shows the rottenness of the American system, which cannot pretend to teach others about democracy. All that is happening with Trump is the persecution of a political rival for political reasons. And this is done in front of the public of the United States and the whole world.
So, yeah, Trump's got an onslaught of legal problems, mine. 13 charges that Trump faces in his indictment are the first state law criminal charges that Trump faces regarding election interference. And it's like they said, it seems like they know that Trump is good for the American public. That's why they're fighting so much. Like Putin just said, this is political war. They know that this man is loved by the people, and the reason they letting all these immigrants up in here and trying to give them driver's license and papers to go to work is so that they can get their vote. Then they want them to have babies so the generations coming after them will be loyal to the Democratic Party, because the blacks are starting to pull out, because LBJ already said it back in the day that he'll have these niggas voting Democrat for the next 60 years. Well, 60 years is up, and the minorities are pulling out because, you know, the Biden administration just don't give a damn. All our money goes overseas. You're letting all these people flood in here, and they know Trump gonna do a massive deportation when he get down in office, baby. He ain't even playing with them.
And the thing about it is, if you go back through Trump's history, Trump was so much for the people back in the day that the Trump that we saw during his presidency and the way that, you know, the arrogance that we see now and all of that, compared to the beginning Trump, is totally opposite. This man talked with a lot of sense back in the day.
I mean, he did say some crazy shit.
He did say some crazy things.
Yes.
But as far as what he was saying about the state of this country, he was
looking out for the American people.
Yeah. And that, you know, home should be first. And that is true. You should take care of home first before you start sending all of this money to all these different countries and all this stuff. And then we're in debt.
Yeah.
You know, they almost had a government shutdown. You know, y'all are up there playing with people's lives.
Yeah.
You know, just because one is a Democrat and the other one is a Republican, then we're not going to agree on anything.
Nope.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
But you want to stay in office till you die, like the lady who just
because they're getting paid.
Yep.
They make it a career.
Make it a career. You get rich because I think she died and left something like 90 million. How you make 90 million working for the government?
Because they get rich, because they make all these deals with all of these people that have money to pay them to let certain things pass or to not let certain things pass.
Right.
Meanwhile, they keep lying to get the people's vote, and then get in there and don't do anything that they said they were going to do.
Because you got to get in there, you got to play the game, man.
Yeah.
Now, in addition to RICO charges, Trump additionally is charged with 12 other criminal counts, including soliciting a public officer to violate their oath, conspiring to impersonate a public officer, conspiring to commit forgery with false electors, conspiring to commit false statements, making false statements, and conspiring to file false documents. Now they saying he had a whole lot of docs out there at Mar-a-Lago.
Over 100
boxes.
But he's not the only one.
Nope.
So now if you get him for that, you're going to have to go get everybody else for that too. Because
Biden, Hillary.
Because after him, it seemed like everybody had some at home. The only one that I haven't heard of as of yet that had some was Obama.
Right. Now it looks like to me that everybody was doing good when the Trumpster was in office,
We were doing a whole lot better.
Well, than we are now. Working class folks was making money. That PPP money was everywhere, and money seemed to be just flowing through the streets.
A lot of people started businesses.
A lot of people started businesses. The unemployment check money was good. Because don't forget now, Trump was doling out an extra $300 a week on that unemployment. As soon as Biden and them got in there, the American public is lazy. They don't want to work. And that's why these businesses went to the government, was like, man, you need to take that money away. Trump looked out for the people. Now you take the unemployment money and send it to damn Ukraine. Again, unemployment money was good because I was pulling in $1,800 every 2 weeks. And people, like you said, were starting businesses. And look what we've dropped over the last 3 years with Sleepy Joe ass in office. And it seems during Biden's administration that the hard times are truly upon us. Trump looked out for the American people, and now Biden and them want to stop a good thing. Everybody was eating when Trump was in office, everybody.
And Biden's campaign administration, they want to pat themselves on the back because of the number of jobs that have become available. But they're not saying what these wages are. These wages are to a point where people still can't survive.
And the jobs are gig work and
manufacturing jobs.
Well, those are gone. Service industry jobs is what's out there now. Service industry jobs, the gig economy. And think about when you're doing Uber Eats and whatnot. You using your own damn resources to further someone else's business mind. And they going after Trump, and it's look like they using black people to do it because they got the Fulton County, Georgia District Attorney Fannie Willis that's pursuing it. And I believe that's why he'll be president again, though, myself, because from what I heard somebody say, that America will not let this country convict a president that's been indicted by black people in a slave state, i.e. Georgia. And them folks will burn it down before they let it happen, you know.
And right now he have $37 million sitting in his campaign fund to move forward with.
Right.
So they're, but they're trying their best to keep him out because he wasn't playing by their rules.
Right.
If he had played by their rules when he was in there, they would be doing everything in their power to get him back in there, just like they did the first time.
Right.
But since he don't, that he doesn't. They don't have, he doesn't play by their agenda.
Because it wasn't black people that put Trump in office.
No.
That's why I think his base will fight tooth and nail, to keep him out. Now, I heard that Fannie Willis, according to Trump, said that she was trying to prosecute some gang member and wound up having an affair with the dude. The dude was banging her out,
It's just mess all around. All of them are corrupt. They need to just wipe the whole slate clean of all of them and just start over.
Yep.
Make there an age limit.
Yep. Term limits, age
limit, term
everything.
limit, and let's just start over again. Because right now it's just a big mess, and it's just
like
getting
you
worse.
said, black people were flourishing under Trump, mind. And, you know, what's happening with that now? And I believe that Trump would be the first president to lose a second term election and then run again. I'm not for sure. I'll have to look that up. But
as far as I know,
they think that if we'd have reelected Trump, black people would have been 10 years ahead in the game, mind.
Well,
you know,
and not to mention, I mean, by the time 2 years is up, there is no telling where we're going to be because they constantly are raising these interest rates on everything.
Yeah.
Food is too expensive. Gas, the gas is going back up again. It's like, you know, what on earth can we pay for that's reasonable? Nothing. Everything is insurance for your car, insurance on your house, insurance on yourself.
Is killing people, mind.
Everything is just
now, when Trump was in office during the pandemic, he shipped out a lot of money. Biden got rid of that soon as he took office. Trump was sending out lump sum money. Rent was suspended. PPP loans, again, great unemployment benefits, mine and whatnot.
But that was all because of COVID. And now they're trying to act like COVID don't even exist. There's another outbreak of this stuff and a different version of it. And you don't hardly hear them say anything. The only thing you hear them talking about is that it may be time to get another booster. When there have been reports that with this new COVID, the shots that they've been getting don't even affect the new COVID. So it's like, okay, why are you not saying anything about this?
Right. As of December 2022, Trump is facing numerous lawsuits and criminal investigations into his activities. The four major criminal investigations currently involving Trump's concern: 1, his alleged improper removal of a large number of classified documents to his home in Mar-a-Lago following his presidency. His alleged actions during the January 6th Capitol Hill attack. 3, his alleged attempts to intimidate Georgia election officials and obstruct the results of the presidential election in Georgia in 2020. And the fourth one, his alleged financial fraud and misrepresenting his assets when attempting to secure a loan. Now, what they said about that is, Trump said it himself. How did I fraudulently obtain a loan if I got the loan and I paid it back? He said, who doesn't raise the price of their property? It's just any and everything to try to get him.
He taking a lot of people down with him, too. A lot of people going down.
Yeah, because you know how vengeful he is. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but at least 18 people have been charged so far, including former New York mayor and his attorney, Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy running scared, boy.
Yeah, he was talking all of that noise, you know, when he thought the getting was good, and now he quiet as a church house mouse. Even though I haven't heard tied nor hair of Rudy, haven't seen him. Haven't heard anything, haven't read anything. Rudy is what they call it, a recluse.
A recluse. In fact, Trump's running neck and neck against U.S. President Joe Biden, and his polling is better than at any point in the 2020 cycle, where he lost by a hair in several swing states. So his plans for the presidency are no longer hypothetical. He's announced that he's running. Despite the January 6th thing, despite his 91, like you said, criminal charges in 4 jurisdictions, and despite the chance he could become the first general election candidate in over a century to run from a prison cell. Now, controversial ass Charleston White made this statement about why Trump is not going to jail. Check him out.
Guys, Charleston got an interesting take. Check it out.
What we're going to do about Trump when he goes to jail?
He's not going to jail because one thing that's guaranteed to him is a Secret Service protection no matter what. So what prison can he go to because he still have to have Secret Service. He's the president of the United States of America. He cannot be in a general population of a prison. Do people really believe that our president, a former president, is gonna go do some time?
I never thought of it that way about the Secret Service.
It's guaranteed to him for life.
That makes a point.
So very good insight. Say Secret Service can't be hanging out in Gen Pop. So if he go to jail, how would they provide a former president protection? And it would cost the prison too much to house him. But there's a guy who refutes what Charleston White just said. Check him out.
So It's your boy Rich Ones, first off. So I'm seeing everybody on TikTok, you know, they all interested in this or hopping on this bandwagon from Charleston White when he then got out here and said the reason Trump won't go to jail is because he's guaranteed a Secret Service detail. Now listen, that was clever, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Donald Trump will go to prison just like anybody else that's supposed to go to prison for getting convicted of a crime. Because I want to ask all the people that think what Charleston White said was genius. If he was convicted of murder, what would they do? They just gonna, oh well, you know, you get a Secret Service detail. No, they gonna put special provisions together for him to serve that time, and it ain't gonna be no house arrest. If the judge sends him to prison, he going to prison. They gonna put him in a special unit or something like that where can't nobody get to him. You know what I mean? But he can go to prison just like anybody else. Just because he entitled to Secret Service don't mean nothing. If he was convicted of SA, if he was convicted of unaliving somebody, vehicular unaliving somebody, or anything like that, what you think they just supposed to say, oh, you know what? He get a Secret Service detail. We can't incarcerate him. Like, y'all just hop on this Charleston White bandwagon. He said something clever, but then you didn't think about, you know what I mean, the alternative crimes that he commits. So what they just supposed to say, oh, well, this was just like some, you know, some paperwork crimes or some blue-collar crimes. So, yeah, y'all don't even be using y'all brains. That's how y'all get control, because y'all let other people think for you. Can't even think for yourself.
PushGapRadio.com. We want to be your official Dallas internet station.